How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode series. This is going to be episode number 7 now, and if you did miss the last episode, I do recommend that you go back and watch it. And we did have a very good episode. We scored some amazing goals, and I recommend that you go back and watch it. Go in the series playlist in the link in the description and go back and watch that episode. But now we're going into episode 7 of this series, and the first game will be against Wolfsburg in the Champions League group stage. Wolfsburg are one of the tougher teams in our group, along with Juventus. They actually won their first match, so did we, so it's going to be an interesting test in the rain to see whether we will end up winning this match or not. They've got a good side themselves. I was actually interested in bringing Ricardo Rodriguez to the club, their left back right there, but in the end I decided against it. Maybe I'll go in for him in January though, we'll have to wait and see. And you guys will have to let me know whether you think he'd be worth purchasing in January, because we only have one first choice left back, and that's Marcelo. Apart from that, we've got Abner, a very young Spanish left back, but he's not really that good. He's only 66 overall, a bit of a player for the future, so maybe we'll have to go in for him in January, or we go ahead and recall Fabio Coentrao. We'll have to wait and see. I do contemplate on that later on in the episode, and you will see that later on. But in this game, it was a little bit frustrating against Wolfsburg. We didn't really have too many chances in the first half, and in the second half, we were looking to create a few more chances on goal. 67th minute here, and we look to whip it in with the ever-reliable James Rodriguez. It then falls to Isco, who passes it off to Cruz, and then Ronaldo gets to the rebound after it was saved, but he ends up hitting the post, and that was really unlucky, but it wasn't going to be over just yet. We were going to try and find one little last bit of brilliance here, and would Isco be able to score the goal that we need? Unfortunately not. He does end up missing the opportunity, and that will mean that we end up getting a 0-0 draw in the first game. Not really a bad result, to be honest. I mean, Wolfsburg, they have a strong side. Even though they've sold some of their key players like Kevin De Bruyne, they still have a very good side, and they held us at bay. They really did well in the match. We had 7 shots and 5 on target, but it was really Diego Benaglio for Wolfsburg that really did save Wolfsburg from going behind a lot of the time in the match. In fact, I think he pulled off 6 or 7 really good saves in the match, partially due to the fact that I'm very bad at finishing, but I'm ever so slowly getting used to the game, and once we get used to it completely, then of course I will be bumping it up to legendary. I do like to do my career modes on legendary difficulty, and I'm sure as we do get used to the game, that will be something that does end up happening. But we are going to be looking at the squad report now. We got a few players that are growing. Fabio Coentrao was one that I really did notice was growing a lot on loan at Monaco, and that really gave me an idea. Maybe I should go ahead and recall him, and we will have a little look at that in a minute. And we've got some other good youngsters growing on loan. Not really too many first team players growing, but it's good to see that the youngsters are growing, and they will be back next season doing very well for us, I hope. But talking of Fabio Coentrao, he is on loan at Monaco. We can recall him for under £1 million. Would it be worth it, guys? You let me know in the comments down below. 81 rated left back, and he would provide a really good alternative to Marcelo. I don't really know why they loaned him out in the first place, to be honest. I would have kept him if I was manager, but that's just how it is. I guess he wanted to get some first team football, but he would be back up to Marcelo. But that is something I'll let you guys decide in the comments down below, whether we do bring back Fabio Coentrao. He would be a really good backup option, but it's up to you guys whether you want it to be realistic and me to keep him out on loan, or whether you think we should recall him. Either way, I will listen to what you guys have to say, and we will make a decision on that for the next episode. But we are going into the second game here, and this is going to be a corker of a match. It's going to be the Madrid derby against Atletico Madrid, and it certainly was a very big match. A really interesting match with a lot going on in it as well. A lot of drama and a lot going on, and we would get the first few chances of the game here, and a really good opportunity. Aguero against his former club, having a shot there, and that, if that had gone in, I don't know what I would have done. That was such a good effort, but not as good as this effort by Ronaldo, as he cuts inside from the right hand side, and he does get a bit unlucky there with the finish. Could have made it 1-0 there, but unluckily wasn't able to do so. And then it would be Danilo here, just cutting inside. And what are the defenders doing for Atletico Madrid? I have no idea. And as a result of that, we are able to go through on goal there and score with Danilo, our right back, and what a finish it is. What a great surging run down that right hand side it was, and to finish it off with a really good finish with his weaker foot, that really did top it off, and that was a very nice goal by our right back, and our defender was the only one that was really doing anything in these later stages of the match. And then all of a sudden in the 80th minute, the game just all of a sudden exploded into life. Some really good passing here as Aguero finds James Rodriguez, and it would be the Colombian James Rodriguez putting it into the back of the net, making it 2-0. And surely that would be game over for Atletico Madrid here in the Madrid derby. Some really, really good passing, and I was really proud of this goal. A very good finish at the end of it as well by James Rodriguez, and he's been a key figure as well. 3 goals already in La Liga, and I'm sure there's going to be many more to come. He's been a very, very important centre attacking midfielder for us. One of my favourite players in the team, as they get a good opportunity there, and Atletico Madrid maybe should have scored from some of their chances. And as a result of their desperation to get back into the game, we got a load of space here in the 88th minute. And what a finish that is by Ronaldo, curling it into the top right hand corner. And that is a lovely bit of skill as well in the build up of the goal. Marcelo finds him. He does a nice scoop turn to beat the defender, get inside. And that is a really good finish by Ronaldo, getting his 5th goal, I believe. That's his 4th goal, actually, in La Liga. And still a very, very good return early on here. We get a 3-0 result against Atletico Madrid, arguably one of our fierce competitors in this league, along with Barcelona. They're really going to be challenging us for some silverware this season in Spain, and they did really well in the match. They probably deserved a couple of goals themselves, but in the end we had a really good game ourselves. We dominated possession, we had a lot of chances on goal, and we deserved the victory. Even if they would have got a couple of goals, I still think we did end up deserving the victory ourselves. But after that emphatic win against Atletico Madrid, I did decide to go and train a few players. And if you want me to train any player in particular, do let me know in the comments down below. Mayoral did really, really well in that training session, got an A and a B, and as a result of that went up in about 5 heading stats, which is pretty ridiculous, and he's now up to 67 overall, so another really good bright prospect for the future. And hopefully he does well for us. He looks like a good player, and I do want to give him a bit of game time, to be honest. Maybe in the Champions League, or maybe in the cup competitions when they do come around. But regardless, we are going into the 3rd game here, and after a few good results, we're now in 4th in the league with 14 points. We're slowly creeping back up the table, and Ronaldo is arguably one of our key players this season so far. 4 goals for him. And Sevilla's lineup, they've got some really, really good players in there. Conor Plianka, a bit of a threat down that left-hand side. And he did prove to be a bit of a nuisance, to be honest, as they would get a really good opportunity here in the 12th minute. But Leno makes a really, really good save from that shot. And to be honest, this was a game where we had a lot of opportunities to score once again. We would have a good opportunity here as James Rodriguez turns the defender, has a finesse shot at the near post, and almost finds the back of the net there. Very unlucky with that one. And then it would be after half time here. James Rodriguez doing some fancy work there, and that was a dirty pass to find Ronaldo. And Ronaldo does the job. Of course he's going to finish that one off. He's going to put it into the back of the net, get his 5th goal in the league so far. And just look at this pass. I didn't even mean to do a fancy pass there, but I'm going to take that. That is a really, really nice pass, a really good finish, and we finally get the goal. And it seems like we're scoring a lot of goals in the second half in this episode, and in general, to be honest, that's the time that I seem to be scoring a lot of goals, and it seems to be the prime time to be getting chances on goal. And another good opportunity here. Ronaldo being very unselfish with that one, passing it inside to the Russian midfielder Cheryshev. Gave him a chance in this game against Sevilla, and he really did prove his worth. A really, really good bit of running there, because he did make a good run. Ronaldo certainly couldn't have finished it himself, so he unselfishly passed it across, and Cheryshev does get his 1st goal in a Real Madrid shirt. And it was a bit similar to that Atletico Madrid game. All of a sudden, we just burst into life. We created so many chances, and Modric literally just came on as a sub, literally just a couple of minutes before that goal, and he gets a goal for himself. So really, really good stuff. And again, finesse shots seem to be really, really good. Good patient build-up play, and then the finesse shot of the near post seems to beat the keeper more often than not. That's what I'm noticing now. And of course, as you play the game a bit more, you're going to notice things that are a little bit overpowered, a little bit better than you may expect on previous FIFAs. And finesse shots certainly seem to be one of those. And that was a really good opportunity there with Isco, but I messed up the finish, and that is something that's really causing me a bit of an issue, but it wouldn't matter. Ronaldo would get the cross into the middle, and although I did miss with Isco, he wasn't going to miss that opportunity. It was a really good cross into the middle, and despite the fact that Isco is a bit of a midget, he does end up scoring that one from the corner. A really good header into the back of the net. Keeper caught in no man's land, and we make it 4-0. And despite the fact that I'm saying I've got a little bit bad finishing, we still scored 4 against Sevilla. We put 4 into the back of the net, and that makes me think maybe it's time to up it to legendary. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. Maybe I will up it to legendary, but I will let you guys decide that as well. Whether we bring back Fabio Coentrao and whether we put it up to legendary, we'll just have to decide that ourselves for the next episode. And if you have any suggestions or any players that you do want me to sign in January, let me know in the comments down below, guys. But this will be the end of the episode. We're going to end the episode off by seeing that we're in second place, and we are only 2 points behind FC Barcelona in first place. So we're doing really well at the moment, and this will be the end of the episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed this episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode series, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.